Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's live stream. Looks like all of our levels are good. Well, we can go ahead and dive right in. Um, so I took this low time frame trade, like right now, pretty much on BTC. I caught a short. I shared this on Twitter. I caught a short from here, basically a channel trade, right? We could see lost channel, gain acceptance back inside, move down. I took profits here, and then I closed the rest of the short here, flipped long in here. Basically, from what I'm seeing here, one of a couple things is going to happen. This is the value area low. It also lines up really nicely with like this zone here. So, we could deviate, gain acceptance, and then look for a move up, and this would be a conservative entry, or you can compound here. Or otherwise, BTC is going to kind of trend down a little bit more and get down into this level and then get that move up. And if we do get a move down into this zone and it does hold a support, I actually might add to my position just to average down. Otherwise, I'm just going to let price sort of do its thing. My thesis is if we go ahead and zoom out, we'll talk about why I took this short here and why I'm taking this long now. Well, first of all, funding rates flipped negative pretty damn quick. I mean, people really started shorting the shit out of this pretty quickly. They're not entirely negative, but these were wild numbers last night. I mean, people were really longing the hell out of everything. So seeing this sentiment change so quickly in some like immediate heavy shorting, I just really like this idea of sort of putting in like a small range here and then getting the move up to this weekly, which would then actually be the real move down. Sort of, trap some more people up in this area and, whatever kind of a thing. So if we go ahead and just zoom out here, we can take a look at my overall plan. Give me just 1 minute. I'll be right back. I have to go grab something. All right, thanks for your patience with me. We're back on stream now and good to go. Okay, cool. Shoot, actually, one thing I really want to look at, I totally didn't even check it this morning, is if we hit my buy targets on some of these. No, we did not. Might be too low, actually. Sweeping the previous week low here. This might actually be the move on a long. Well, I'm gonna hold off on that for now. Anyway, okay, so I talked about this long position briefly, just like on a low time frame thing. So I'll just recap this because I ran off for a second to go grab something. So taking a look at this here, I have this low time frame long, ultimately looking for this to be a deviation play, reclaim here, get the move up to the top of the range, and eventually up to this weekly here for then a swing short. We could get a move down. We can see that this is technically range lows, and we also have the value area lows here, so we could get a move down into this zone. If we do, I may consider compounding, in which case we would see the deviation be a little bit bigger, doing something like this. Okay, and then if all of this is lost, then of course this trade's invalid and I'll move on to the next one. Now, the reason I'm taking this position, if we go ahead and zoom out here, we'll go on to like a 12-hour time frame. We'll get rid of this. We don't need that. Gonna hide this here, and this is what I drew out last night. And so I'm gonna talk a little bit about this. Where's that water? Talk a little bit about this plan and like why I'm this is kind of where my head's at personally. So this is the part I'm trading right here, right? I'm looking to long up into this zone here for then that move down into potentially this area here that could hold a support. We'll have to do a little bit of analysis on that. A bounce, and then this would actually be the short if this situation was given. I would look for a move up, back down to here, move up to here. It'll put in some kind of, you know, something like this, right? Price just doesn't go straight down, right? So something like this, okay? Where price does a little bit of something here. So kind of a move down like this. Well, you know, that move up like this, a move down here, move back up into here, and then it gives us some structure, right? So this area here would really be like my ideal short, but I will look to catch this one potentially down to here for then low time frame long, and then this would be the real conservative entry, the good entry here, the safe entry. You stop above here and you target down, and like this area here would be my primary long zone. I really like this area here, and I'm gonna keep my mind open to a potential deviation. This was the long area that I've been watching for a while. I just like can't imagine any reason why we would go that low right now. Obviously it's crypto. Like I'm not gonna rule out the possibility of BTC, you know, even though everything seems mega bullish, dropping 12% before going to all-time highs, right? I'm like totally not gonna rule that out. I'm also not gonna rule out the possibility of, you know, going to this weekly here, dropping you know, 6% just down to 65 here and then ripping to all-time highs, right? I don't want to rule out either of these possibilities, but I'm going to trade all these low time frame moves here if the setups are there. And again, like if price does get a dip down anywhere near this range low, I'm basically going to start to look to long for sure. And maybe even look to catch something here. So I think it's very clear where BTC is headed. We have these highs here that have all yet to been taken out. I think it's incredibly clear that like this zone here is where BTC wants to go. I really, really, really believe that. It's just a matter of how it's going to get there, right? So for now, let's focus on my intro week trade, which I shorted here down to here. I'm long right now. I'm going to long into this weekly zone here. If we get that move, I'm going to then open up a short position and then start to keep an eye on these potential long zones here that I actually just want to see how price reacts to first. But right now, if price does continue to remain strong and bullish, I'm definitely going to want to look to long here. And then we can decide here if price is going to have continuation or not. Take some profit, set stops to break even, possibly flip short, depending on if we do see some sort of strength or anything from price here. And just to talk a little bit about these levels. So this is the weekly and the range value area high. So if we go ahead and draw this out, You can see the value area high slightly higher here. Also this untapped weekly. So I just simply have that marked out as per this red zone, right? And then down here we have this fair value gap zone that I had been talking about for a while. And it's also the range value area low. I really like this zone quite a bit for a long. For a couple of reasons. Not only do we have this confluence here, but in terms of market structure, it makes a lot of sense to get that move down here. If we go ahead and remove this and we just take a look, you know, strictly just at the market structure here, we can see that this zone here was resistance, deviate above, lost, reclaim. Why not get a move down and back test this level for then a move to the upside? Right? So that makes a lot of sense for me personally. Is if we saw a move into here, and I think that, you know, if done right, it can be really quick, and I think it can be a zone that people would probably be expecting lower on. And really that's the thing for me. I think that this range low here is a very heavily watched area. Like this level, there's a lot of eyes on this level. So for me, that's why I really liked sort of this 62 zone or this 58, you know, 58, 59 zone. That's why I've liked these two levels a little bit more than just right here. But right now, you know, price is showing a lot of strength. I don't think there's any reason to, at least for now, doubt that strength. And so that's why, for me, in terms of market structure, this level is plenty for you know, for support. If we were to get that move down, take out some of these lows, hit this zone here, and then, you know, go into all-time highs and start taking out these previous highs here that have gone untouched for a long time, and which, by the way, we'll have another one right here, theoretically, if we do get that move, right? So we'll take it level by level, and I'll share, you know, well, here, we'll go ahead and actually do it right now. So I do have this long position, right? This is my current position, my current long, going up to this weekly level here. After that, I'm going to look to do a short. And it will look something like it'll look something like this. Okay. And then after that, my long position is going to look, do I have these fucking trades up right now? Oh, here you go. I already drew them. It's going to look something like this. These are basically my next two trades. Yeah, these would be my next two trades. I think that this one, you know, I don't think we're going to need that right now. These are my next two trades. I'm in this long here. I like this long. I'm going to long it into here. We're going to flip short. We're going to take it down to this, and then we're going to trade it back up. I like this setup. I think it's good. I think it's been too damn long that these have gone untouched. I also think that price has a lot of strength, and it's pretty bullish. So I believe as of right now, this is subject to change, it's less likely for us to get that deviation here. So these, again, are my two setups and what I'm looking for in the upcoming week or weeks on BTC. This to me is pretty clean. This is really, really clean setup. So, all right, we'll call it on that. I will share some of these things on Twitter for you guys. If you haven't already seen, I've been sharing a lot of trades on Twitter. Yeah, CME gap. Someone just mentioned in the chat here. Oh, that's BTCD. Yeah, CME gap starts at 60, 760 down to 58. I think that this is going to hold. As a matter of fact, oh man, look how clean the CME chart is. The CME chart's so much cleaner than the perps chart. So like this zone here, okay, it's the CME gap. These lows here, I think it makes way more sense for price to, like, you know, we'll go like this and come down, do something like this, and then get a move up. And once price is in this zone, who knows what's going to happen? You know, we could sweep this. come down, fill the gap, and then get a move up. It just depends on how much BTC wants to range. But right now, because price is bullish, if something is showing strength, and you want to sideline people, right? So when something is strong and it continues to trend up higher, people get sidelined because you don't revisit these levels, right? So that's kind of what I'm expecting, is for us not to revisit this zone here and fill this gap in order to sideline some people, and we'll just kind of have some immediate continuation. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. It's an important, you know, thing to note. I don't think we're gonna go down there. Obviously that's subject to change. We'll just kind of have to wait and see what happens. So this long trade went well on BNB. I closed it last night near the highs here, like at about 600. So this is gone. Don't have to worry about that anymore. My original game plan was to see a deviation of this level here. This is not the previous week high anymore. This is an old previous week high. I haven't updated it because this is a key level for me. It is possible that we do see that deviation, but again, like, I'm long BTC right now, and I'm looking for that one more move up. I'm also looking for that one more move up on BNB. I don't think that this is done until this is taken. I would love to hold this zone and see a move up to here, and then maybe see a larger retracement, you know, possibly back into this level here for BNB. So again, I'm still holding off. Let's see if I have my short position drawn out. Yeah, I'm still holding off for a short up into here. I mean, really ideally into this zone. Ideally into this. This is an old drawing here, but you know, something like this would be like my ideal scenario. I don't think I'd trade it back down to there anymore. I'd probably just trade it to range lows, but I'd be taking profit at this level here and potentially flipping long. So again, you know, for this BNB setup, what I would be looking for potentially as high as here, right? More likely probably in here, and we'll have to look at like what that stop will look like in position. So what I would look for is for it to hold here, get a move up into here, down, lose this level, and get a move into here. To which case price would either back test and go down or have continuation to the upside. We'd either flip long here, for sure take profit. But this, from, you know, this is an SR flip zone. You can see it pretty clearly here. Like, this is a key zone. So this is what I'm looking for ultimately. I'm not interested in shorting here because, again, I do think that there's one more move up on BTC, and this from the beginning was my original short target. Another asset that I was looking at last night was Pendle. And this is my trade setup for Pendle. I'm going to go ahead and just hide this for now. What I'm looking for, price is currently at previous week low, and it is sweeping that level. So it's entirely possible that we hold this zone, or it could do something, you know, it could follow suit with our Bitcoin plan and do this, you know, get a move up to here before then down here, and then we get the real move up. That's what I'm banking on. I'm not going to long here. I already have some low time frame long exposure with BTC. I'm going to hold off on this. And I have my, you know, my bid set at about $3.90. Basically, you know, this area is an SR flip zone. We can see it was resistance here. I just want to see price come back test this level, and then, you know, we can contest with the previous week high as well as this downwards trend line, probably somewhere in this area here. And if price can break through, cool, we can target this weekly. If price deviates or just sweeps the level or finds this area as resistance, then, you know, we can take more profits, set our stops to break even, and potentially even flip short. One last one I was looking at was VET. This was a similar setup to Pendle. This chart's actually pretty cool if you zoom out and look at it. It's a pretty wild chart. Resistance, 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 resistance. SR flip, lost again. Look how just key this zone is. Like every big move that this asset has had has totally revolved around this level. And if the narrative, you know, if we're going to be flipping bullish here, you know, I'm basically looking for something similar to like what price did here. Where it's a deviation and we look to reclaim it, and all of this here just looks so ripe for the taking for me. So what I would like to see, this zone here is kind of the SR flip zone for me. So kind of a drop into this area here. Ideally towards the bottom of it, flip long, or just rather long, right? And look to have price reclaim this zone. If price can get above the zone, you know, of course, the previous week high, then, man, there's just no reason that it shouldn't teleport well above these here. I mean, we're talking just really getting the move straight through these zones. So, again, yeah, this is a level that I'm watching here. Some charting I did last night. I've shared these, and I'll do some short clips on this as well to kind of briefly recap what we talked about here today on that. Let's see what else we got here. What are we in for time? Almost 30 minutes or so. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to maybe do one more just brief chart. Could briefly look at ETH. Well, maybe for the interest of time, we won't do any more charting on this. Of course, I'll share the one trades in 1 minute throughout the week, but maybe it's important we take away from the primary aspect of BTC here and what that move is going to look like. And, you know, with that, we can use it as a foundation for our alts analysis as well. Oh yeah, look at that. AVAX is going crazy. Huh. Holy shit. Austin, was that you who was like, what do you think AVAX would do from here? Like, what do you think would happen? And I drew this out. This was in May. I drew this out in May. And I said I wouldn't be interested in lying unless we did something like this. Of course, it went a little bit lower, but I mean, Jesus. Here we're at the reclaim part right now. That's wild. It's so funny. Yeah, if price holds and gains acceptance back into this zone, it's going to teleport to, you know, probably 50. At the very least, take some of these out here. Yeah, in fact, I would consider this setup. Yeah, this is. I'm gonna do more analysis on AVAX. This is a pretty interesting looking chart. Just really well respected channel. I'm a channel trader. I love to trade channels, love deviations, love all that shit. So when I see something like this, it's just like it clicks immediately in my mind. All right, well, let's we'll go ahead and call it there. I will share some I'll do like a short recap or whatever on Twitter to review this live stream. Long is in profit right now, so that's good. Looking to reclaim this channel just like we talked about. Cool. Thanks for joining me, guys. I'll share, like I said, I'll be sharing more of that analysis, and then again, Tuesday through Friday, I'll be doing, my one trade in 1 minute with taking a look at various alts. I think that that's like the best way to be looking at a lot of these alts, and then doing these longer live streams to really cover BTC. If you had any questions and I couldn't get to it, feel free to ask in the Discord. Otherwise, keep an eye out for my charts. I've been sharing all of them on Twitter, and then I try to post those on Discord as well for you guys. All right. As always, thanks for joining me, and we will, I'll see you guys in the Discord.